Hello everyone, this is Tina from Tina's Workshop, and this is Friday the 28th, and I have totally got my days mixed up. I am out of town, hence the unusual backdrop. I'm actually in Louisiana again, and my brain kept telling me that we fly out tomorrow, until my sister-in-law reminded me that today's only the 28th and we don't fly out till Monday. So I'm glad she said something, because I could have just seen myself packing up tonight and driving all the way down to New Orleans and realizing, wait, my flight doesn't leave for 2 more days. So that also means I don't have to pack tonight, which is really nice. I can do this and I can relax, and I've had a very long day, so I'm ready for a little relaxation. I have one finished object. I'm really excited about this finished object because I've been working on it a while. It is my Musselburgh hat by Isolde Teague, and I plan to have things linked below, but again, I'm not at home. So I will attempt to, I should have things linked below. But if I forget something, just let me know and I'll get you the link for it. So, Musselburgh hat by Isolde Teague that I've been working on with the Madeline Tosh yarn, that it was specifically done for one of the yarn stores in San Francisco, and it's called City by the Bay, because the color is supposed to be reminiscent of the Golden Gate Bridge and the Bay Bridge and the blue skies. And to me, because I go over the Golden Gate Bridge all the time, but not the Bay Bridge that often, though I did the other day and I got a beautiful picture of it. For me, I see the Golden Gate Bridge and then I see the blue sky and the fog, because so often you go over it and it's just covered in fog. So this is my third one, and it has such a thicker feel to it than the other two did. It's very squishy. I absolutely love it. And for those of you who do not know, and I don't think I have shown this on my weekly updates, but this hat is worked in a great big long tube. So it's this big tube that you work, and then it gets put inside of itself. And a lot of people, because you do this pinhole cast on when you start, and a lot of people don't like the way their cast on ends looks. They like their bind off ends better. Here's my bind off end, and here is my cast on end, and I actually like my cast on end better. So that means that I'm putting that one on the outside, because it's the one that's going to be seen. So you put this up inside of itself, and there's your hat. So it's double layered, and this is a merino wool, so it's nice and warm. But then you can also fold up your brim, and that means that area is actually going to have 4 layers, so very warm. And we're going for messing up the hair. Here we go. So I can have enough, I can wear it slouchy. Let's see, gotta fix my, can you tell I just got a new do? Well, you can only see part of it because the rest of it's in a ponytail right now. And okay, so there, or you can pull it down a little bit tighter, and you can flip up the brim. But I think I actually kind of like this one down like this, especially if I can get my hair out of my face, because now that hat is pushing it down. And make sure it's not sticking out. So I really like it. I love the way it feels, and it's just, I like it. I think it came out very nice. So that is my finished muscle bear hat. I've been working on that for a while. If you've been watching, you know that's been my to-go project. Usually sits in my purse, which means there's nothing in my purse right now. And since I haven't been home and we've been doing a lot of traveling, my secondary project has been to go and at home or in the Airbnb, and that is it's a baby blanket. I can't think of the name of it, but it will be down below. And I won't end up with it up here because I don't have I have my laptop with me, but it just, the whole reason I got my big computer is because the laptop runs really slow. It doesn't have as much processing stuff, so I'm recording this on the cell phone. It's going to get uploaded off the cell phone, so I'm not putting any little things up here, but I will have the information down below. And I only have one baby blanket, so the baby blanket that's down there, that's going to be this. And this is the one that my son asked me to make for a friend of his, and I'm so sick of these colors. The person he's making it for is a San Francisco 49er fan. So I don't like these colors. Yes, I know they're kind of an autumnal color, but it's just, it's too much. It's just, I'm getting very bored with these colors, and I want something fun and pretty and interesting. But I'm working on it. I've gotten quite a bit done. Let's see, the last time you saw it, it was actually right there. So I've done all that since the last time you saw it, and that was last week. So in the last week, I've done that much. But I was working on it on the plane. I've been working on it in the car. I've been working on it sitting here watching TV. I've been doing a lot of working on it. So I'm thinking it needs, I don't know. I'm kind of stumped as to how much more to do on it. I'm just using Big Twist in mustard and Red Heart and burgundy. I don't know. Well, and so the Big Twist, obviously, Joann's is going out. But I did go to the Joann's here locally, and they have the jumbo skeins of it. But I really don't. I was like, if they had a regular skein, I'd buy it. But the jumbo skeins, I just don't need that much. And they had a lot of them, so I wasn't worried about them not having enough. But this is supposed to be done on 2 skeins. I have this much left. So I think I should be fine working a number more rows or sections. And I still have this much left of the red. So, you know, it always starts, you're going, oh, do I have enough? But if you think about how much you've already used and how much you've already done, so I was looking at it this morning trying to decide, and I was at the start of this red, and I measured this much because I'm going onto a red section, and I'm going to end with a red with this, the section and the border. So I knew no matter what, I would do another red section and a gold, and then this. So I measured that much and added it up here. So it'd be up like this, and I actually laid it down and measured it and looked at it, and I'm like, okay, I could do that, but I really think it probably needs at least twice that. So I don't know. I'm just going to keep working on it and try and keep myself from being bored of it. So I have been peppering in other projects, kind of. So I didn't want to run out of projects while I was here. So I brought 1, 2, 3, 4 extra projects. Do you think I got enough? I don't know. And I was still working on this one and that one. So that means I brought 6 projects with me for a week. Okay, so I did start one of them in a bag by knee. And this is oh, hey, I can tell you the name of the baby blanket. Ha! I've got all my patterns right here. It is the Cuddly Soft Baby Blanket. Ha! And it is by, come on, open up. Oh, my battery's low. Thank you. Go back. Cuddly Soft Baby Blanket by Candylou Creations. That's what that one is. Okay, so this next one is I'm getting fuzz on me from all my projects. This is the Bayshore Bandana Cowl. Just want to make sure I said that right. Yeah, Bayshore Bandana Cowl by Dulaney. And this is one of the ones that was made for the Bay Area Yarn Crawl. And it is a Tunisian crochet. And I know somebody asked me about Tunisian crochet recently. So I actually left it partway through a row, so you could kind of get an idea if you don't know what Tunisian crochet is, because I have some family members that watch this and they are not fiber people, but they watch it to support me. They watch every one of my videos. And there could be other people out there too that do that. So Tunisian crochet is worked on a long needle. And I will say, this needle or hook or whatever you want to say is driving me crazy. They do make one that's a regular size hook, and then it has a cord like your circular needles do. I want that kind of hook because this big long one is just, it's very cumbersome and it's just not comfortable. But anyway, so this is where I've gotten so far. And I am using these 2 yarns. The colors are very pretty and it is so soft. And it is Juniper Moon Farm Harriet Heather's 100% Baby Alpaca. And made in Peru. So soft, so incredibly soft. Oh, I forgot I had those in there. So this is where I've gotten so far, and it's a 2-row repeat, even though you almost feel like you're doing 2 rows when you do 1 row, because you actually work across and you're picking up these loops into each one of your stitches, where normal crochet you would pick up that loop and then you would finish the stitch, but in this one you pick up the loop and it adds on along the hook, and then as you're coming back you grab your stitch and you come through 2 of your loops, and you keep doing that all the way back across your row. So it's actually considered 1 row, but you work it going across and then coming back this way. So going this way you have all these loops like you do with knitting, and then when you come back you get to the end of the row, you only have 1 loop again like you do in crochet. So some people say hybrid knitting. There's actually 1 stitch that I'm doing right here at the beginning of the row that gives it a knit look, which is really kind of cool. So it looks like it's being knit, except that it's not. So anyway, that project I am working on. I'm actually going to, because the crawl is over, but I am going to a day on the farm. I can't remember what it's exactly called, but it's at Meridian Jacobs, Day on the Farm. It's being hosted by Dulaney, and she has 2 patterns that she is available within the day, the event. And one of them is this, and the other one is one that is going to be knit. And I'm like, you know what? I already had this yarn that I wanted to do with this one. I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and do this one and hopefully have it done by then. And then for my part of the thing, I'm going to do the knit one. And she sets it up so you could actually buy yarn there to make your thing with. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy some yarn there that day and do the knit one, and I'll have this one done ahead of time. That's my goal, provided the hook doesn't drive me too crazy. I was trying to find a place here where I could buy a new hook. I can't find the one I want. The only thing I'd been able to find, the one local yarn store and Michael's both has a set of the Tunisian hooks that are the flexible ones, but I don't need a set. I only need one. And I mean, if I did more Tunisian, I might get the set, but right now I only do the one. So I don't know. We'll see. But that being said, I'll show you the other projects I brought, even though I haven't started them yet. So this one is in a hand-painted Mermaid Yarn Company bag. They are really great. That's going to be backwards. I hope that's not backwards. I don't know. Anyway, they're a really great store, and they're on Etsy, and I will try and remember to link them. But I met them when they first came to Lambtown. Well, not when they first, when I first. And I really, really like everybody, their whole family and everything. Anyway, so this was one of the yarns that I had bought on the crawl. And it's the Haleakilaka National Park by WIP, and it's a worsted weight. And I brought that one with me, that I picked out a project to do. And the one I plan to do for that, hopefully this doesn't go dead while I'm trying to talk to you guys. Come on, open. I wonder if I plug it in, if it'll still let me use it. The Gallatin Scarf by Kris Basta. Oh, come on. Okay, this is what I plan to do with this one. I think it'll be really pretty. So it's got a little bit of a laciness on the edge, and then it's like a little triangular scarf. So that is going to be worked up with this, and I think it'll be really pretty, and it's going to be a gift. And that one is knit. Then I also brought this little bag, was made by a friend of mine, Diane. So cute. Little teeny tiny bag. And this one, I saw the Crazy Sock Lady is doing this pattern, and I thought it looked so pretty, and I'm like, that's what I want to do with this, because I recently bought this yarn and I knew I wanted to make a shawl with it, but I just didn't know what shawl. And this was one that's supposed to be able to be worked in one skein, and you can actually adjust when you get to a certain point and you have a certain amount of yarn left over. Then if you haven't already started decreasing, you can start decreasing. So this is the shawl, and it has this really pretty lacy edge, and then like just a garter stitch for the body of it. It's called the Octave-by Dee O'Keefe, and there's another picture here. it's really pretty, and Kayla Linton, she said it works up really nice and easy, and she said it's really fun. So I'm like, okay, that is a beautiful pattern, and I think it would work great. So this is the yarn. It actually caked up really pretty. And this is by Comfort and Joy Yarn Company, which is a hand-dyed yarn dyer out of Healdsburg, California, where I live. And it's a sock fingering weight. It's 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon. The colorway is called Colorwork number 1. So that is that, but it's just this pretty like gradient of colors, and when I saw it, I thought it would just make a beautiful shawl, and I knew that's what I wanted to do, so thought this would be perfect. So that is one of my other projects I brought, and then one more I brought, and in my little free Dobby knit socks bag that's by Weird Sisters. They've got some great stuff. So this one, can you guess what's in it? I have to free Dobby. So this is the yarn, and this is another one I picked up when I was in Healdsburg. It is Arachnia yarn, Hasuko sock. I'm butchering this. Hand painted superwash wool blend. Colorway is Kenjay Pheasant. Wow. I know I'm butchering all of this. But it was a specific sock yarn, and I just thought it would make beautiful socks, and there's that lovely green in there that I like. And back to the crazy sock lady. She was recently working on one of her own sock patterns, and when I do my basic vanilla socks, that is her pattern too. And I thought I would try this one. This is her Mahogany Run socks. Come on, trying to adjust the picture so you can see it. Okay. It's an 8-row repeat, I think it was. And they're really pretty. They got this really cute little eyelet-y lace pattern. So that's my plans with this one. So I've got kind of plenty of things to keep me occupied. And I almost started another one of these last night. Couldn't decide which one of the 3 I wanted to start. So I ended up doing a couple rows on that one and on the baby blanket, and not starting anything else. I really need to finish the baby blanket because I want to be done with it. So, oh, and then in this one, I forgot to show you. I wouldn't show you, no, it's not in that one. It must be in this one. I know I just saw it. 3rd time's a charm. So last week I said I wasn't showing you the one thing I had finished because I wanted you to see the video that came out today for me, yesterday for you. That was the little Dollar Tree crochet kit that I made. And it was this cute little doggy, and his ear is wanting to curl funny right now. He's been sitting in this bag all week. I brought him with me since he was tiny so I could show him to you. Isn't he cute? Cute little dog. For a Dollar Tree kit, not bad. I ran out of some yarn here and had to change colors, but I mean, you can go back and watch that video and get all the details on him, but he came out pretty cute. So he was actually finished last week, and I brought him with me. And he already got played with by one little child. It was perfect little size for little itty bitty hands to hold on to. So anyway, that was a finished object from last week. Okay, now moving on. Acquisitions. I've got a whole lot of, okay, no I don't. I've got two acquisitions. So like I said, I did go by Joann's. I actually went to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and Joann's the other day. Went into Michael's looking for the hook I needed. They didn't have it. I left again right away. Went next door, went to Hobby Lobby, went straight in. It's like, oh my gosh, this Hobby Lobby is huge. I could get lost in here. Went in, looked for what I needed. They didn't have it. I left again. Went over to Joann's. And that was actually a pretty big Joann's too. And if I hadn't been out of town, and if the prices had been maybe a little bit cheaper, I might have bought a few more things, but I didn't. So I picked up this skein of yarn just because it's soft and I really liked the colors, and I thought they would actually make some really cute socks maybe. It is Big Twist Baby Bunny, and it is 65% polyester, 35% viscose. And it's a number 1 yarn. But I thought the color just was really, it was subtle and autumnal, and I thought it would be really pretty socks. Let's see if there's a colorway. Safety Town Stripe. Okay. If they say so. I'll take their word for it. Yarn was still only 25% off, so it's not a huge discount. Things were really clearing out, but they're getting stuff still from the warehouses. So like I said, they actually had that mustard color I'm using in, and they had those jumbo ones, and they just had tons and tons and tons of them because they had a big shipment or whatever that came in of them. So like they had this one and they had a whole bunch of it. But if you were really going in looking for a certain thing, you might not find it. And stuff was all over the place. But I did get that. And then I saw this, and it was back in the clearance, but it didn't have a tag on it. And I don't really know what I got off on it. It ended up being $17, but I still got it because I couldn't help myself. And 1, I wanted to play with it, and 2, I thought it would make a good video. It is in combination of Rit Dye and Lion Brand yarns. It's this little kit, and it's 24/7 cotton yarn dye kit, and it has the yarn, it has the dye, and it has instructions. Explore the art of yarn dyeing. This DIY kit includes all you need to stitch a world of color. Down here it says project ideas. 1 is dip dyed, 1 is space dyed, 1 is sprinkle dyed. So I thought it would be kind of fun. They had 2 colorways. 1 had pink, purple, and another color, and you guys know how I am with pink and purple. This one has an orange, yellow, and a blue, which is kind of these colors that are right here. So I thought that would be more me. So it comes with the cotton yarn and the instructions, and then the dyes. So I normally do the natural dyes. I like to do that, but I thought this could be fun. Be fun to just see what we can do with it. See if we can make something fun. And who knows, maybe depending on how much of the dye it soaks up, where it's only 1 skein. I think I still have some skeins of yarn of alpaca that I've spun up that are white and not dyed, maybe. So I could always do that. Or I could just dye some fleece, you know. So I don't know. Anyway, those are my acquisitions. Not much. I haven't really done anything. I mean, I only stopped there because I was trying to find the hook I needed. So that was just a happy little accident. It kind of jumped into my cart. No, I didn't have a cart. It jumped into my hands and it wouldn't let go, so I had to take it with me. I had to save it. It was very sad. It needed saved. So anyway, yeah, we're not at home, so I don't have any woodworking to show you. I do know I've gotten a few things in the mail since I've been gone. My Paradise Fibers has come in, and they are actually changing things up a little bit. They're going to start doing every 2 months, but your package is going to be a little bit bigger, so it's going to cost a little bit more. But that way they can put more thought into everything. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. So anyway, my Paradise Fibers got there a day or two after I left. And my son told me that my Into the World, that one just came in today too. So when I get home, I will have those that I get to play with. And that was another reason. Then they said every 2 months, you got a little bit more time to play with the fiber that got sent in. So yeah, I have that to look forward to when I go home, and I will be in New Orleans. Well, we fly out of we flew into New Orleans, we fly out of New Orleans. So I'm going to stop and see my cousin, and I'm hoping I might have enough time that day to visit a yarn store if there's one close enough, and do that before I go home. But we'll see. Otherwise, I think that's about it, and I'm only just over 30 minutes, so that hasn't been too bad. So I like my hat. It's very comfy. I'm okay with this. It's right now in here, it's comfortable to have it on, but it's been pretty warm. Even though it's raining and there's supposed to be a thunderstorm and the wind has been whipping like crazy, it still was like 78 today. So I wasn't going to have something like this on during the day. I was very hot. Partially also because I was doing things, so I've been absolutely loving it. I'm a San Diego girl originally, and I like warm. I don't like cold. I like it to be warm. So I'm enjoying the weather, and I'm enjoying having warm weather when it's raining. So anyway, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week, and we'll see y'all again soon. Bye.